citizen, sir. 2022 will go down in history as one of the most challenging years, with other opportunities emerging manufacturers, especially how to re-engineer operations, products, and diversification. For Solar Group and the subsidiary, how has this been so far?
I wouldn't say it's bad. I would say it's been challenging. I do agree with you, especially after COVID, we have more challenges. And then slowly, the economy went down a little bit more, constraint for forex, that we couldn't get part of the raw material. Not all the raw materials are produced in this country. So yes, challenges have been there. But challenges, in fact, brings us more innovation. Key is to look at positively and get the innovation done. So I wouldn't say we are bad off. I think there's more progress. We have developed a number of areas, and we continue to forge ahead. So to be discouraged, that's not for us, not for some. We start introducing some new product, new things, and we entice the market. So yes, there is an opportunity. I wouldn't say there's anything wrong.
Taking it from here, I want to believe the group and the subsidiaries, even in other African countries, introduce new brands and creating new products. Could you speak on that?
Yes, I think we are based in Ghana. We have owned the seeds in Ghana, and mostly it is the food industries which is very required, sustainable. Many times the government policies have not helped, and they have been able to have issues, but now they're having, I must tell you that government has to recognize that the industry is a key for employment. Industry, in fact, helps generate internal economy. So when you are generating internal economy, you're not looking at external sources, you're not looking at forex and so on and so forth. So I think African countries, their leadership, they have to look at from that angle, that what you can produce today within yourself, within the country, it will help you in the long term and keep developing more and more and more. Because that's your basic of future. You have oil, you have gas, you have all these resources, but how long? There's always a limit. And so you must try to develop other areas. You have a bigger population, and that bigger population means, along with the neighbors, that they also rely on Nigeria. That definitely government has to think, and government policies have to think how they can create a future for industries in Nigeria. Government is the biggest, I would say, a supporter of industries, and it's a good cause. We have seen Ministry of Industry being doing very well. They've been supporting us, they've been supporting other manufacturers, which is the right approach, in my opinion. So I like to thank some of the government agencies who have been proactive.
Okay. Let's talk specifically on products for exports and the opportunities created by Solar Group to support the industry.
Solar Group has a full focus on export. And export is a key. However, with the circumstances surrounding in Africa, and also some of the areas where we have some of the issues on the transition of the port, deliveries, etc., we have to try to get help from the government to see how they can support. The more they support, I think the more export will go. We have pellets we are exporting. We have also some other products in Chongai packaging that is being exported. Along with, we have products in the food industry. Food industry as well, we make malt extract from sorghum, which is 100% locally, and that also is giving us. We're exporting to Australia, sorry to say, but also in America. The American is growing. American volume is growing, and it's going to grow more. We're going through that time. We're going through some other agencies. I think it's going to help us. That's the food industry. But we are coming out with more and more items, diversifying from there within the same byproduct. And I think we have much more area. So we think that next 2 years is very very important that we are changing some of the practice, and we should be able to export much more money. However, the volume depends on the what you call availability of raw material locally, and that's not the challenge at the moment. But yes, if the government can create much more what you call agriculture, that agriculture product, because we are food industry, agriculture products are very, very important. The government has to push more and more agriculture. Agriculture in the long term, having so-called your economy, 200 million people and others, neighbors, as I said, they also rely on Nigeria. My opinion is that yes, that will definitely help reduce the cost of public. Reduction of the cost, very vital. Remember, if your pocket is not having to meet, you will not buy. So is in export data. We have to sustain and we have to reduce the cost. But I can tell you opportunities are great. Opportunities can be created more. Government has to be proactive to help exporters more and more. And I'm sure they can achieve. We are looking, most of the industries now, we are going is 100% local raw material, as well as we are also looking from the angle that we should export. And I think there are opportunities that we will export, we'll continue to export, we'll continue to encourage and support the government in that initiative.
What about government policies and opportunities for export-oriented companies, including Sona Group? Speak on the policy for companies in that category.
Policy decision was taken already 5 years back, and policy decision was to see maximum exportation from Nigeria and not to sustain or not to rely only on forex market with Central Bank of Nigeria. Now, going through the policies, it has helped us, it has built some foundation, and we continually start building more and more foundations. So I think I see more export. Honestly speaking, I think I'm confident more and more export will be done. It is not one item, we are branching out number of other items. However, we are putting, we want to put new industries, and sometimes the finance is a major obstacle. When you don't have enough finance, you can't buy machinery, and you cannot open letter of credit. The banks are very difficult to get the money, and they are asking very high interest. And industry cannot survive on a higher cost of interest. Yet the trader may be able to do and pay because they are passing on. But industry survival is difficult on the basis of high cost of borrowing. So I think the government has to look at from, especially specific window where you have export industry and where export industry need to reduce the cost for export. They have to give some leeway. We have in India, we have in many countries, they will encourage export and they will even eliminate all the duties and so on locally and make it viable for export. So I think the government, I'm sure the government is looking into it, and they are the masters to encourage the industries to partner with export.
What of CBN intervention? Is Sona tapping into any of the initiatives?
I think CBN approach is not bad. The initiatives are there, but for them to get approval is very difficult. It's not so easy. We don't find it easy, and personally, we have applied. We are hoping that we get favorable consideration because industry takes time. Industry also requires the funds for longer term because if it's on the shorter term, industry cannot sustain. It's very, very difficult. So you need 7 years credit, you need 9 years credit, that's our thing. Especially for export, I still believe that the government hopefully will help industries.
As a leader, conglomerate, speak on the performance of the subsidiaries in the year under review.
I wouldn't say I'm a leader. I wouldn't say we are leaders. So yes, we have number of industries, number of products, but there are many other leaders. So we are one of those so-called continue to serve Nigeria in a long way, and we will continue to serve because we have industries based on local raw material. The more and more focus is on the local raw material because of of sustainability in the long term. So we consider that industries will continue to survive. We are now 85% local raw material, getting to 90% local raw material. The more we look at local raw material, industrial input, then it will help more and more because that can sustain our what you call existence in this country.
Capacity building and material sourcing. Speak on these two critical areas that define the manufacturing sector.
Manufacturing sector will work on the basis of some kind of a support from government policies. Manufacturing sector has to increase capacity because the more capacity you increase, I'm sure you will understand that is in the interest of the company, interest of the country, that the price reduction will be there. The more volume comes, naturally your cost will come down. That you can pass on the consumers like you who have not much to what you call more income. And if you don't have more income, naturally we have to meet your pocket. It's very difficult that when you have a cost of transport, cost of everything going up, that in inflation, it's very difficult for consumers like you or everyone in Nigeria to sustain. So there will be impact somehow on so-called extra growth, but I think ultimately it will balance out, and people salaries will have to be increased. The government has to look at increasing some other salaries because people can't, if they can't survive, the buying power will cut down. So we hope sincerely that government will also give some more money to labor, that they are able to sustain and then live comfortably.
Corporate social responsibility (CSR) defines people and community-friendly company. Yes, the year may be challenging. Speak on your CSR activity in the year 2022.
It's been very interesting, in my opinion. I think we have created Sona Fun Club. We have so many members and they've been taking activity. Just recently, last Saturday, we had Sona Fun Club. We had invited 20 schools, children, parents, and all that to have a Christmas party. I think it's very important. Then we also, just day before yesterday, there was another fun party for what you call children, and we participated. We supported that. It was recently in, close to Africa, and we participated. So we support organizations. We also support organizations, motherless babies, and other people. But more and more we are pushing to see how we can help people. It's very important for us to help and give something back to the public, something back to needy people. Which is important. I think that's very important in my consideration. It's a primary object for us.
Yes, the year saw you, sir, receiving chieftaincy titles from traditional leaders of your own community. What title is it and how do you feel about that?
See, we come to this world. We can be given title. Titles are made here, but you don't take a title with you to God. So you always have to find and be humble and always think that you're a servant of God. The moment you don't think you're a servant of God and you think that you own everything, you own nothing. Personally, to me, I'm a humble servant of God, and I'm being given this opportunity to serve as a human being in my best possible way with my conscience. That is the best way I think. The title means nothing to me. Title comes, title goes. What title brings you? However, I will also appreciate the people who bring title. Encourage people to bring them out, to recognize that good jobs are created or good things are created. That is in the interest of the nation. I think it's good encouragement, and I appreciate whoever gives the title.
Okay. Then the year 2022 saw Sona Group and a subsidiary receive several awards. Speak on the award and the motivation factors?
We have had a lot of awards this year, and I'm a little bit surprised that we have more than what we could watch for, and we continue to get. But I think it's good, as I say, that they also recognize the importance of industry. And the importance of industry is very important. We keep on emphasizing, we keep on going to media, explaining to them how industries can help sustain more and more employment. Our job is to see the more people are employed, the better off we are. Why? Sustainability will come from there. They get something, they pay the government taxes, they do all sorts of requirements. And I will tell you, because that's the way economy can sustain. And I love that part of it. I love to see that we employ more people, we go and continue to forge ahead and grow more in the interest of nation. And
Thank you very much, sir. What's your final word on the group's performance expectations for the new year and manage our staffs, customers, and partners?
as I mentioned during how hard time we plan better and we find ourselves encouraged, not discouraged. This year, I'm hopeful we will grow at least 30% more. We're putting up more industries. We are putting more industries that are based on our local raw material and export. Our focus is on export. So I see personally opportunity. I only look for opportunity, I look for positivity other than negativity. What will you do? You will look at positive. Whatever you have best of the best you can do within your reach, and that's what we will do. We'll continue to watch by grace of God.
Thank you very much, sir. That will be all. Thank you.